So back to the basics. I'll focus around a straight jazz blues type progression in the key of C, but I'll also start by discussing just playing straight 1 and 3 bass. And on the bass guitar, my lowest note is an E. The organ goes actually down to a C, which you would have on a 5-string bass. This basically means that the lowest note on the bass where you can play a descending fifth is the A. On the organ that would be an F. And normally on the bass I prefer that the fifth is played descending. On the bass you have the 1, the C, you got the 5, C, 1, 5, 1, 5. All within one box. So if you're playing vamping around on a C, you will be alternating 1, 5, 1, 5 going around, and you would basically be going 1, 2, 3, 4. Since when you're playing bass, your right hand can do fast things because you can use 1, 2, 3, 4 many fingers. So often you will throw in little ghost notes, even if you're playing. You wouldn't do it in country music, then you would be playing straight 1 and 3. But every once in a while you throw in a couple of kick notes to make your bass sound not as dull sounding. Which are some will play notes, and others like Jaco Pastorius. He was brilliant at throwing in ghost notes. He would play a murdering, rock solid 16 notes, just hammering them on and alternating between dead notes and live notes. You can do the same on the organ. 1, 2, 3, 4. By very quickly striking the key and releasing it, and the Hammond will just say it'll make a noise. There won't be too much tone in it. So this can be used very effectively to liven up your playing. You can always lead in any bass notes coming from half step below or half step above. And it'll sound bass player-ish. I will do the same on the bass. So most of the things that you can do on the bass, you can transfer it onto the organ. Some things are perhaps a bit more difficult if you got a lot of ghost notes and or you play quick phrases, but most of it you can get in with practice. And my recommendation is that always use a metronome, but set the metronome on to playing in your head the 2 and 4. So I'll demonstrate this. 1 and 2 and 3. This is a very good way to, if you can make the metronome swing, then you've got it. And by having the metronome on 2 and 4, you have to derive the 1 and 3 yourself, and this improves your sense of timing. And in some instances, actually, the slower you play, the more difficult it gets to be precise. And at some point you have to actually subdivide in your mind. So recommendation is set your metronome, learn how to shift your the metronome in your mind to the 2 and 4, and then just sit for long periods of time and just play a 1-5 beats and just work around the 1 and 5 and see if you can make it sound good. 1, 2, 3, 4.